2002. Our guest here today said, I want to be a state champion, and he made it come true. Sir, if you would, tell us who you are.
Joey Hagedorn.
And you are the 2002 125-pound state champion from Campbell County. Now, as we've said in other videos, Campbell County has a great wrestling pedigree, 4 team state championships, 1990, 91, 04, 2012, 30 individual state champions. You would count for one of those 30. So I have to ask the standard question, what gets you into wrestling?
Gets me in. Mr. B and my dad wrestled together.
Okay.
Back in the 70s or whatever. And when I was probably 5 or 6, Mr. B was trying to build out his team. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to get his youth program started. He had Ben, Bo, Corey, me and my brother Jake, Boggs, a bunch of us out there. Mm-hmm. So just Mr. B, I guess. Yeah,
and a lot of people have said Coach Camper either, got them into wrestling, or they started on their own and Coach Camper was able to keep them in wrestling instead of, dropping out of as a sophomore or junior, whatever, kept them in the program and they had success. So your state tournament run was 2000. You make it 103 pounds, but you don't place. But like we've said in other videos, in combative sports, you either win or you learn, and you have to use that as a learning experience, if you will. 2001, as a sophomore, 119 pounds, you make it, but you don't place. No big deal, right? 2002, though, is your year. 2002 is your year. There's some great wrestling in 2002. We'll talk about that just in a minute. But we'll start off your state tournament. This was the first year. It was 3 days. It was the first year without districts.
Correct.
And yes. It was a very long 3 days. Mm-hmm. Long 3 days. We'll talk about that in a minute too. First round, you're wrestling Paul Spears from Louisville Ballard. You win that by a fall in 1:54 seconds. Second round, you're wrestling Eric Thompson from John Hardin. You win that by a major decision, 13-0. You win that and Eric goes on to get 8th place that year. First year we placed out to 8 because before it was just 6. Quarterfinals, you're wrestling Clay Alloway from Union County. You win that by a fall, 3 minutes, 23 seconds. The semis, you're wrestling Nathan Moore from Henry Clay. You win that by a 10-3 decision. Nathan goes on to get 6th place. And then in the finals, you're wrestling Mark Shaver from South Oldham. We're not going to tell you the score. We're going to, of course, we have the video. We're going to go along with it. So you make it to the state tournament as a freshman and as a sophomore. You don't place, but you're there. But as a junior, though, you probably stayed around, watched the whole production. You probably watched some guy named Mike Ramsey win the heavyweight under the lights. Oh, yeah. One of the best heavyweight matches in the state history. I had to share a room with him that
did
you really?
Yeah.
I bet that was fun, wasn't it? I bet that was a fun night. And, of course, that was only a 2-dayer back then. So you're here, you're in the finals. Kind of walk us through what is going through your head after you win your semis and knowing I'm under the lights. This is my time.
So, growing up, my dad took us to the state tournament every year. Mm-hmm. We knew what it was like here at Farnham Dugan Center. They turn the lights off, everybody's jamming, lights are, little things are flaring around. I knew how that was going to be. I don't know, it was something that we kind of just dreamt about. We knew it was going to happen someday, my brother and I.
Oh, yeah, and like we've said in just about every video, at the dungeon, the best atmosphere KHSAA ever produced. The glow sticks, the footballs, the toilet paper rolls, the beach balls, you name it. And the way that the arena was set up, there wasn't a bad seat in the house. The fans were literally right there on the mat. You guys got to run out from behind the stage where the practice mat was. Yeah. It felt like this is an event. This is, you knew this was a state championship. This wasn't just another Saturday. This wasn't just another tournament. This wasn't just another match. You knew the eyes of the state are on you. And you knew 21 years later, you're going to be doing a review video with me here at the Campbell County reunion at Jacob Holbrook's house. So has it been a while since you've watched your match?
I actually watched it. I coached up in Michigan when I was living up there. I had a couple of kids make it to state tournament, and they got disappointed. So I had to kind of pump them back up. So I wanted to show them that, and that was probably 10 years ago.
All right. And
yeah.
The video that we have has the face-off, the match, and the medal ceremony.
Oh, cool.
So we're gonna go back to the Dungeon Man 2002. Here we come. As I hit the camera, as I lean in.
Pretty scared at this point. I know that.
Are you?
Yeah.
Don't trip over the mat. Don't trip over the chair.
I had Brad Cooper behind me.
Oh, it is
I grew
right.
up with Brad. Brad and I wrestled every year.
He was at 130 this year, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
He was behind me. I warmed up with him.
And you had Tyler below you too, didn't you? Tyler Baldwin?
Yes. Yep.
So you had Billy Clark at 112. You had Tyler at 119. You at 125. I mean, that was a murderer's row, man. My goodness. You guys come out. You have a lot of family and friends in the crowd here?
Oh, yeah. Granny Hags was there. My grandma.
Hold on. Hold on.
She was famous for saying, "Stick 'em."
Oh, yeah?
Stick 'em, Joey.
So right out of the gate, man, I was cutting this down there and I was like, right out of the gate, are you sure he wins this? What am I missing here?
Mark's
So
great. He's a great wrestler. He was
out there,
fun to watch.
potentially dangerous, and so it's one of those old, like Mike Tyson. You know, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the
That's
mouth.
right.
He comes right out of the gate, you know,
Punch me in the mouth, that's for sure.
swinging, and good trip.
I like that wing.
You get your one. We're neutral.
I think I got punched there. I'm good now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He tries for that same exact little ankle pick right out of the whistle. Nothing.
And funk was starting to come around a little bit.
I was going to say, you guys are finally into a scramble here. Were you trying for a spladle there?
No. I didn't. No spladles. Looking for a switch or.
There it is. 2. Now, is this your corner over here to the left?
No, that's his.
Okay. Whenever I was cutting this, I couldn't tell if that was Coach B.
There's Brad in the back there.
So you're up now 3-2. Hit you with the Peterson.
Nothing on my toes.
Gets a reversal.
He puts me on my back here in a little bit. He's cranking on those arms.
That's something that with wrestling, as it is today, kids are a whole lot more technical than what we were back then. But we were, I won't say tougher, because he was like trying to rip that off your torso there. So you're on your back, man. What were we thinking?
I was not getting pinned. That's all I was thinking. This is not happening. That's probably the biggest bridge I think I could ever do.
I was going to say that could be the
close.
That could be the.
It's close.
He's real close. That could be a bridge across the Ohio River out there, connect Cincinnati. So he got his 3 count there, or his 3 points on his 5 count. I believe that's J.J. Townsend as the assistant. I'm not sure who the head referee is.
Ryan Best.
The head is?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I don't.
I think Ryan passed away.
He deferred, or you deferred, he's taken down. I think every Campbell County wrestler we've done video with has gotten the choice has deferred. I said that's part of the Campbell County DNA here. That's a Mike Bancamper staple.
Another Peterson.
Another one right out of the gate.
Not looking good. What's the score now?
I've lost track.
It was 8-5, and then he just got another 5.
He come to wrestle.
Yeah,
I mean, he
he's
sure
ready.
did. trying to run that half. Well,
So we don't have today's rules.
yeah. Do you remember hearing the crowd, or were you just zoned out? Was your ears turned off? Or
I don't ever remember hearing the crowd.
I got
ever. I mean, I felt it before.
Mhm.
During the match, no, I was me and him. It didn't matter who was there.
things kind of run together. You're my 7th video tonight. Have I asked you, did you wrestle him in the season?
I don't remember wrestling him in the season. I was 47-3. I think I had 3 losses.
Mm-hmm.
One was to Brad. I bumped up to wrestle him, and then I think another one was the other 2 were in Ohio.
Okay. There you
Standing switch.
get a reversal there. He tries for another Peterson. He loved that move.
Yep.
The reversal. You guys are scoring points like Ramsey and Deal did in 01 in the heavyweight finals.
I don't know what happened here. I remember that. I don't know what was going on there.
I bet you were glad he done it though.
Yep.
Thank you. Do that again. All right, so he gave you a reversal there on the edge, and then gave him one for neutral.
Can't remember if I got 2 quick ones there. Near fall. No.
A lot of points.
Yep. Maybe this is Dan Gable's quote. First period's won by the best technical wrestler. The second one's won by the one that's in the best shape. And the third one is the one with the most heart.
It's true. I think Dan knows a little bit about wrestling.
It's kind of what I was thinking here. Did hear Mark was in pretty good shape.
Gotta let him know you're there, man. Give him that. You're taken down. Did Band Camper kind of give you the signal, or was that just you on your own?
It was pretty much guaranteed.
I think Yenner in his 11 and 12, I think he took neutral a couple times. I was like, whoa, are you sure you wrestled for Campbell County? Is that? I didn't think that was allowed.
I got to college, my coach was like, you're pretty good on top. Let's start picking top. And I'm like, oh, you mean I'm allowed to?
Yeah. Another little trip. Lift through the crotch. Route.
High hips there.
You guys are seeing that stairwell, and everybody sitting right there. That's the way it was.
Yeah.
I mean, right on top of you.
That was fun. I remember going there. I was 6, 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Running up those back hallways, those back
Yeah.
zigzags.
Yep. There you go. You get a reversal.
Right next to a bar.
Potentially dangerous. Not exactly. I didn't. Was it on his elbow or his shoulder?
That was the wing got up
Okay.
too high. Yeah. Shoulder got out.
Two near fall. That's what I thought. I don't think the crowd liked that one, but I mean,
He initiated it. I think I stopped him. Yeah. Oh, that was tight.
yeah.
I think I was down by 3 at this point. All I do now, hold him until the end. That was not coming apart. Oh, there it is.
So you get 3 near fall.
This was my bread and butter right here. Thread it up.
Mm-hmm. So it's a good way to get a little tilt, man. Get some near falls.
At that point, you're allowed to figure 4 the head still. Oh, they missed the overtime.
Yep. No, the video doesn't show the overtime. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I wish it did.
Went for an ankle pick. I remember that. I stopped it and then hit him on one.
There you go, man. Jump into the coach. You win a 16-14 overtime match.
That's a fun one.
Look how big the crowd is there. I mean, every seat. And of course, it has the medal ceremony. They would turn off the spotlights off the mat and put a different set onto the medal podium.
Remember, I had a reporter come up to me right before this, and he wanted to talk. And my mom had brought me a thing of cookie dough. I was sitting there eating my cookie dough, and I'm like, not right now, man.
Come back.
And I felt so cool telling him no.
Try. Let me eat my cookie dough. I actually wrestled Nathan a couple times. He beat me, but he was good.
He was seated 3rd, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Before the tournament. Then Union County guy was 2nd. And then Mark was 1st. I think I was ranked 9th at the time. That summer in between these two, that was the turning point.
Mm.
We went to folk style, I think it was called World Championship in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So up in Pontiac, Mr. B took a bunch of us up there, and my bracket was 128, 100 and something people. I end up 4th.
Wow. And there you are, man, on top of the world, getting your medal and your bracket.
Pretty cool thing to do.
You guys shake hands, show sportsmanship there.
Good dude.
And that's where this one ends, and I would be remiss if I didn't say, as a senior, of course, graduated the same year, 130 pounds, 3rd place. So you made it to the promised land once. You made it to at least an odd side of the podium as a senior. But you said you wrestled in college. Tell us a little bit about
West Liberty. It's in Wheeling, West Virginia, Division II school. I went and did probably a dozen visits to different schools in Ohio. Mm-hmm. At the time, Cumberland's was the only thing in Kentucky. So I ended up going up there. Funny story why I picked it. The coach looked at my grades and he looked at my test scores and he said, all right, you had a 2.5 GPA in high school. That's terrible. But your test scores are like 30. Like, you have the intelligence. What's going on? You just didn't work hard enough. So knowing that wrestling wasn't going to be the rest of my life, I needed to concentrate on school. Mm-hmm. I think that's kind of what really drove me to West Liberty is Coach Monceau and his drive for academics.
No, that makes perfect sense, man. That has perfect sense. So, do you have anything though to wrap this one up? Put a bow on anything you'd like to say or add or take away or?
thanks to everybody that helped me get there. I mean, it was me out there, but it wasn't just me that got me there.
I completely, it truly does take a village. I mean,
Yep.
it really does. But that's all that I have for 2002 here with Joey. Man, thank you for being here today. We think you said earlier in the week your daughter had a softball or a soccer game.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you was able to make it, because I really wanted to get with you because of, we graduated the same year, 2003. It don't feel like we've been out of school 20 years, does it?
Yeah.
We had as of this filming, we had our class reunion for Johnson Central last Saturday, and whenever they put out the dates for this event, I was like, if I'm going to pick, I'm going to the Campbell County barbecue, because I want to do the review videos. I was able to do both of them, but it don't feel like I've been out of school 20 years.
Well,
at least I don't feel like
I
I've been
don't
out
either.
of school 20 years. But that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the mats.